Hey there, students. Hopefully, you have recovered from Halloween weekend. What a great time we had on Friday with that witch's brew voodoo beverage. We mixed everything in there, and it was quite a good one. One that will go in the record books. And as you saw, a lot of former students popped in to see what was going on because they remember it from when they were in sixth grade, and it's always a little different. So hopefully, you enjoyed it. I was at church on Sunday, and I saw. Um, my daughters were talking to one of their buddies, and she had one of these, a Seven Up Shirley Temple, and I looked at it closely. I said, "Ooh, what's that soda?" And I said, "I got to try one." So, uh, got a couple that comes in a sugar-free variety as well as a regular. And I'm about to say something that might come off as a little daft, a little stupid, but I don't think I've ever had a Shirley Temple. I don't even know what's really in a Shirley Temple. I know a lot of people. My wife, she loves Shirley Temples. When we go to weddings, sometimes neither of us consume alcohol, but she loves Shirley Temple drinks at weddings. And maybe I've taken a sip out, but I don't recall. So I'm gonna look at the can here. It says it has pomegranate and cherry soda, and I know a lot of the hardliners. When I was talking to my wife about this, she says, "Oh, that's not going to be the real thing. That you got to have the real cherry syrup." But this is Seven Up's take on it. So the difference between the sugar free and the non sugar free. The sugar free version, of course, is 0 calories, 90 milligrams of potassium. The regular version only 20 milligrams of potassium. A little more sodium in the sugar-free version as well. 45 grams, yowza, 45 grams of added sugar, 170 calories. Of course, 7-Up is a caffeine-free soda. It does have the red 40 in probably both of them. Yeah, red 40 in both. So, of course, a lot of people talking about that red 40. We're gonna open these up. I don't know which one I should start with. Let's go with the sugary version. So we got Double Trouble, 7-Up, Shirley Temple. Here we go. First one, the sugar version. No real smell to it. Certainly not ground moving. I um, I don't know what I was expecting. The aftertaste is pretty good. And a lot of times people say, "Oh, that aftertaste is terrible. Oh, it ruined it." The aftertaste is okay. I actually like the aftertaste. Kind of. I'm gonna have my wife try one, and she'll probably say, "Oh, I told you, Jace. It's not like the real stuff." But not ground moving. Certainly, I think that'd be the best way to put it. It's of all the sodas I've had in my life, this one would be by far the most recent. It's just that about ends the story there. Nothing really happening. If you enjoy I'm not a I've tried all the 7-Ups, of course. 7-Up is one of those sodas where when I'm sick, that's about when I'll have 7-Up. It certainly does have that 7-Up taste in it. Yes, it does. I can get a little of the cherry, but mm, yeah. The other sodas I've had recently would probably top that one. So if the sugary version didn't go over well, how is the zero sugar one going to go over? I don't know. Probably about the same. Much like the regular version, no great smell to it. Not really popping with the most flavor. I'm trying to remember the cherry soda I had recently, but that one certainly had more of a distinctive flavor. I mean, it's not a terrible. Don't get me wrong. It's not a terrible soda. I think it would. If you had this on ice, on a hot day, you'd love it. But out of a can, nothing to write home about. So, yeah, maybe at the next wedding I'll have to get a real Shirley Temple and try to compare it to this. But I don't give it a strong recommendation. It doesn't taste terrible, but it's nothing that I would ever need to ever have again. So that's my review of both zero, get it on the camera, zero sugar 7-Up Shirley Temple and regular 7-Up Shirley Temple. That's my opinion. Students, looking forward to seeing you later this week. And students, keep bringing me those soda recommendations. I know many of you have said you enjoy these a lot, and I know you enjoyed the soda on Friday, or at least I would say all of you did, but hopefully you had a good time with that. Looking forward to working with you more in the coming weeks. See ya.